So Shein is a love-hate relationship, isn't it? All sorts of ethical reasons why you shouldn't shop with Shein. But for me, I can just not resist the choice that is available. I recently came across the fact that they had a Curve Petite range. I've got some pieces here to show you today. Let's see if the Curve Petite range is really Curve Petite friendly. Come on, ladies, you know as soon as I saw this pattern with these bright, vibrant colours, I was not going to be able to resist this dress, especially as the style should be spot on for me. It's like it's made for me, but let's try it on, of course. V-neck, and then it's got a wide band here, and then this frill to go around the shoulders. Perfect for a summer's day, because that will just cover the top of your shoulders, but hopefully not feel too hot or restrictive on these hot weathers. And I think that's important because, of course, this is the dreaded man-made fabric. This is actually very well made. I've had dresses that haven't had such a good hem on the bottom, and it's got this really flattering elastic that's got some oomph to it, let me tell you, around that waist. Now, I ordered this in a 3XL and the price will be on the screen. Although, of course, everybody will get a different price from Shein depending on what different coupon codes or discount offers you have been made available to you. If you haven't got a discount code, if it's the first time, just Google some and I'm sure you will come up with some discount codes. Never ever pay the full price on Shein, let me tell you that. So I'm looking forward to trying this dress on. Oh, I'm loving this. Lovely, big, bold. It's got to be sort of, is it a lily or is it amaryllis flower in this beautiful, it's got a very pale cream background and then these huge big yellow flowers offset with the green. Now, this needs an iron, and I had a comment recently, oh, why don't you just iron the clothes? A, I wish I had time to iron all the clothes, and B, I don't know if I'm going to keep this. I haven't tried it on yet. What if I ironed it, burnt it, ruined it, tried it on, didn't fit, and then had to keep it? Of course, if I keep it, I will iron it. So please just try to use your imagination just a little bit to imagine what it would look like. But also I think it's good for you to see what sort of condition these clothes are going to come to you when you, if and when you order. Now, V-neck again, and I've often appreciated this like little crossover at the front here, at the bottom of the bosom area, just so it just adds a little bit of interest and it adds a little bit of camouflage for that large tummy. Because if I haven't said, I am a UK size 22, and obviously I've bought petite today because I'm only 5'4" tall. Got little fluttery sleeves. They're not huge sleeves. Hopefully will cover most of the bingo wings, but I'm not hopeful they will cover all of them. There is no elastication to the front. It's all in the back. There is a very fine line of elastic there, and you can see that print even better. That then just goes down to a full plain skirt. Again, it is in that same fabric. I wish I could say, oh, it's brilliant because it's crease resistant, but it obviously isn't, is it? But, you know, that is the price you are paying if you order more affordable clothing. It is invariably going to be in fabrics that haven't got a high percentage of man-made fabrics. In fact, I'm going to check for you. So it is 95% polyester, 5% elastane. Plenty of clothes in UK retailers that would have the same composition. You know what you're going to get. It seems I am not over my obsession with green. At the beginning of the year, if you've been with me that long, you will know, obsessed with green. And oh, I've had a very similar skirt recently to this one. Was it Simply Be or somewhere? I can't remember. That one was too long. Hopefully Petite, or it looked hopeful then when I held it down, is going to be better. It is in, as you can see, this sort of deep forest green with this white floral pattern there, like a little ditzy pattern. Several lines of really nice stay in place elastic there, and just like a little ruff along the top of that waistband. Then goes down into a full skirt, and that is actually a bit of a va-va-voom split in this skirt. Again, all these items, unless I say so, are in a 3XL. Polyester again, price on the screen. Out of the bag, I'm loving this skirt. Oh, if you've been with me for a while, you know the trials and tribulations I've had trying to find a waistcoat. They just do not seem to be cut to fit a plus size woman. Not long enough, but this one hopefully will be. Again, apologies, it is rather creased, but nonetheless, this is a nice fabric. This is a slightly thicker polyester again, but it's a thicker polyester, and it's got a little bit of oomph to it, which you would want with like a fitted piece here. Now I can see that it comes in at the waist and then flares out, so that should allow me to have the space here that I need, but nipped in at the top, because quite often I found these armholes too big and too flappy and too revealing there. It's a nice V. Look at these stupendous buttons there. Certainly big, gold and bold. And have you been watching Love Island? Because I have. And have you noticed the predominance of like big gold earrings that the girls have been wearing? So I'm really excited to try that on. And hopefully I found my waistcoat at last. Well as a waistcoat, how many white skirts have you seen me try on this year? Yes, another white skirt. This time it seems to be in sort of like a crinkled cheesecloth effect fabric. It doesn't matter about wrinkles in this one because that is part of the design because of this fabric. The waistband, one band of elastic, a little faux tie there. Goes down into several pleats, just in that sort of gypsy skirt style. The fabric is obviously quite sheer, or they considered it to be quite sheer. You can see the label through it there, because this has actually got a bit of a half slip, I would say there, a bit of a half lining. I'm loving this, and I'm holding up to me. You can't see the bottom. I can see that it is a really good length for me. It's long, but it's not over long like some of those ones I tried on. Was it the Yours one? It was actually brushing the floor. The only thing I'm a little bit concerned about, it does seem a little bit snug over those hips. We'll have to see, won't we? Looking forward to trying all of these things on, and I hope you are looking forward to seeing me try them on. If you are enjoying this content, why not push that subscribe button? You know you want to come back and see me next time too. Well, I certainly must have been in tropical carnival mood when I ordered, because this is a rather vibrant two-piece here. I'll start with the top. It's very similar to the dress actually. It's not the exact same print, but it's very similar. Obviously the algorithm when you are shopping on these sites go, oh, she liked that, maybe she'll like this one too. Same sort of little frill off the sleeve there, V-neck, but it's just a little top there in a very plain sort of tunic style. Of course, polyester. And to go with it, my word, these are a bright pair of trousers. Very, very vivid pink. Now, I don't think they're coming across there quite the same colour. In the camera, I think it looks like a raspberry colour. In real life, it's quite a deep, vibrant, sort of fuchsia colour. But yeah, they're definitely coming across darker on the screen. Wide-legged, they are quite plain. There's no pockets there, but there are some belt loops for me to put this belt through. I've got a feeling this was very, very affordable for 2 pieces at least. And that's probably what convinced me that I needed a bright pink pair of trousers in my wardrobe. Let's see if I'm ready to go to Carnival when I try that outfit on. And last but not least, obviously I'm toning it down a little bit now. A very similar pair of trousers, different fabric though. This is a textured sort of crepe polyester fabric. Again, sort of wide leg trousers. These could be a staple in your wardrobe. You could wear them with everything and anything, couldn't you? You really could. Substantial, thick, elastic band to there. And what I like is they've actually done a stitch to hold that elastic in the band. So often it's just a piece of elastic encased and it twists. And that is a real bugbear of mine. I hate it when elastic will twist in a casing. Some faux ties on the front. There's not much else I can say about them. No pockets or obviously no frills on a pair of trousers. But they feel very nice fabric actually. Oh, please let them fit. But that elastic is strong. I'm not sure if it's going to... Oh, I've just seen the length. Certainly the length seems absolutely perfect in this petite range. So I'm looking around. I'm surrounded by clothes now. I've shown you everything to show you today. Stick around to see what they look like on. Oh my word, I think this dress was actually made to measure for me. If I had a little gripe, I would say it's just still slightly too long for me because it comes down to my ankle, but I think that helps balance out all this fabric here. And of course, if they're allowing you to be wearing a pair of shoes or sandals, these certainly wouldn't be good for anything shorter than 5'4", but for me I think I get away with it, and I think it's the style. First of all, really hugs nicely. The armhole is quite deep and you can see a little bit of bra there underneath, but I think the frill does a good job of hiding that and covering up my shoulders, broadening me out here so I don't look so big in other areas. That V, I'm glad it's just a V, it's not a wrap. It just means there's no concerns about it sort of flapping open or having to pin it. And it means that all this fabric comes down beautifully to this shirred elastic band. And then the skirt just flows out. I'm loving this dress. Such a bright, vibrant summer's dress. Who wouldn't want to pull this out their wardrobe on a bright, sunny day? Of course, consider the fabric, but I think it's floaty enough, you're uncovered enough not to necessarily feel too hot in this dress. The back, so often it comes up too high on my back and then it's tight here. This elastic is camouflaging those bits I don't like on the back. I really like this dress. I think this could be a keeper. Another stunner, another dress I want to keep. oh, this is going to be a successful haul. I can just feel it, and I'm getting more and more excited every item I try on. Now, I'm still not convinced about the pink trousers, I must be honest. This dress, oh, it just skims over so nicely, and it actually feels like a satin silky fabric. It's got little puff sleeves, which I hadn't appreciated when I was trying it on. And look how this sits so nicely into this twist at the bust here. It's a little bit revealing. I might be tempted just to put a little stitch or something in there, because I can still see down into my cleavage. If I was to bend over, you possibly could too. But it sits so nicely here with that fabric just twisting over. And because of this elastic at the back, it's cinched in and it feels so comfortable. This dress, oh, it's just, I just love it. The sleeves, they are feminine enough and they cover enough bingo wing, not all of it, but they cover enough that I feel quite sort of protected and not too much on show. It falls down so nicely, and then you can see where the skirt starts to get fuller, so it's flaring down over my bits I don't like, then it's falling, and this length. Now, this is a petite length. If I tried a regular dress on, it would be down to the floor. This is styled to be a petite length. It's designed to be a longer length dress, so I'm not going to complain it's too long. In fact, it's perfect length for me because I feel it covers my bumpy knees and my hairy legs without really showing too much. So I think this is a perfect length for me, and I just love the swaying, and I love the feeling of this fabric. I know it's that polyester, but it feels quite satiny. Now, light bulb moment. I'm thinking, did you see my wedding dress outfit video? That bright green fascinator? Could this be my wedding guest outfit? I'm beginning to think it could. I'm very tempted to go back and see if they did it in any other colours. I was attracted to this bright sort of summer floral colour. Oh, I could just, oh, I'm loving this dress. I hope you agree. I hope you agree. It's a keeper. Sorry, failures had to happen sooner or later. First one, the waistcoat. I think you can see what the issue is here. I think you would need significantly smaller bosoms to fit around the buttons. They could have just done with an extra sort of pin or something there, but even I could feel that that is fighting. This 3XL has come up quite small in this area, but I really like how it sort of flares out over this waist. Such a shame, because I think in other areas it fits really, really well, and I love it. I think if I was to order up, it would possibly be too long, possibly would be too big here. This is verging on being a little bit too big, with these sort of side wings, as I call them, poking out. So needed to be cut closer here and just a little bit more fabric on this section here, because there is a seaming that goes down here. Just needed a little bit more fabric, please, SHEIN, because unfortunately this will be getting returned. Now, as will the skirt. It fits perfectly. I was a little bit concerned, I think, about this skirt not fitting me very well. The elastic's got lots and lots of room there. There's no issue there. And it glides nicely over my fullest point without sort of clinging or looking uncomfortable whatsoever. You can see the issue for me. It's the length. And I'm sure I ordered this from the petite range, but I'm not sure, because if you've been on the Shein website, you know you go down Warren holes if you click on this and then suddenly you can't get back. Little side tip, if you are looking for the SHEIN Curve range, just put it in the search bar at the top and it should bring it up, and then you should be able to filter. I invariably do not link items in the description box because, like I said, the price is going to be so different, and often they've sold out of different items, or they've brought in different sort of slightly different patterns or colours. So there's no point. Get on that Shein website yourself if you're looking for it. You know, if you're looking for this waistcoat, just type in white waistcoat. You will get hundreds of different white waistcoats, no doubt. So unfortunately, although I think it looks quite nice together as a two-piece, that was my idea, the fit is not there here, and the length, I'm afraid. So this will not be getting kept. Okay, the time of the white skirt. Now I'm going to address the elephant in the room, which is, you can see the outline of my bra. Very, very sorry, in this t-shirt. I need a t-shirt bra on. But you're concentrating on the skirt, remember, because this is the item that I ordered. This faux tie here, I can tie it in a bow, just to add some interest. I think I was concerned about this one fitting as well. I've got that sort of where you feel you're bigger than you are sort of syndrome, because it's actually got lots and lots of room in there. And it's flowing down quite nicely. This t-shirt's actually a long line t-shirt. It's coming down to about here. Hopefully you can't see that line at all, because I've got all this extra fabric here, and of course this was lined. And the lining is not tight at all. I've still got room underneath that lining to be able to move. Quite often the lining is so tight, doesn't matter what the top layer is doing, does it? So all these different tiers are doing their job of giving me a full gypsy skirt look. But I haven't got bunches and bunches of fabric around the waist, because they brought it in really nicely with this elastic, and they've obviously tiered it out very well. The length, it's too long. I don't want a white skirt in particularly sort of dragging around my ankles. It will get just too dirty, just being so low to the ground, won't it? So unfortunately this is not going to be a keeper, although I am obviously very pleased that I feel I'm on the right lines to find my gypsy skirt, that it may be possible out there. It might even be a possibility to shorten this one, because that bottom tier is quite deep there. If I could just shorten it, which could easily do, this could be the one. This is an expensive looking fabric. I hope that texture is showing up there. I can't tell because it's so bright in here in the light, but I really hope that that texture is showing up. It's like a sort of like an embossed cheesecloth fabric, and you can just see how much skirt I've got. They certainly have not skimped on the amount of fabric you get, but unfortunately the length is just against it. I'm not convinced about this bright two-piece, and I think it's because they remind me of pyjamas. I just feel that I'm ready for bed rather than a night out on the town or going out for lunch or whatever, which is what I thought I might do. Maybe if you're on holiday, but I don't know. They just feel and look a little bit too pyjama-y for me. Let's look at the top. It is so similar to the dress with this frill style here. Better cut armholes though, and that V is just so sort of flattering, and it's just perfect if you want to stay covered up and not be exposing too much. So the top is lovely, comes down to a nice length. It probably cuts me at the wrong position. But if you've got a long flowy skirt on or something else, you might benefit from that. I don't think I could wear this top with a tight pair of jeggings, for example, because I think I would just feel too exposed in the tummy area. But with these loose fitting trousers on, it just helps sort of add to that bit that just is just skimming on. Now, I cannot fault the sizing of this item because, again, petite, the trousers are a brilliant length for me, and I'm really, really happy with the fit. Elastic there. Do you remember I said I don't like elastic that's just in a casing? This is just elastic in the casing. We will forgive it. I know this was very, very affordable and the price will have been on the screen. And believe it or not, these are actually a very nice crepe pair of trousers. It's a very nice fabric indeed. I didn't bother putting the belt loop on because I thought, well, I'm going to show you out. But I'm feeling so comfortable in these trousers, I feel brave enough to tuck the top in. What do you think? Am I getting away with that? Does it look better? Does it look less pyjama-y if I have the top tucked in? I think possibly it does, doesn't it? And it's just hanging so nicely. Whatever proportions they've done so well, because it fits on the waist, and I know I then, literally bulge out and need extra room, but somehow they've managed to do that without giving me all these folds of fabric here. That is so often the case on lots of the different brands that I try. And of course, because this is a petite style size, the length is perfect for me. I'm not having to do away with crop trousers being full length trousers for me and them being more sort of like ankle grazers. These are a really good length. I don't know. I do like it tucked in, and I've got a holiday to Spain at the end of August. Could this be one of my summer outfits? Could this be a nice evening outfit to pull on? Protect myself from those mosquitoes, because they will find me. It's like I've got a big flashing light saying all you can eat buffet over here, guys, come and help yourself. So I know I'll be bitten alive by mosquitoes, so if I can keep as much covered in a loose fitting way, the better. Do you know what? This is growing on me. What do you think? Is this a keeper or not? Right, who's seen my recent Freeman's and JD Williams hauls where I tried on a neutral pair of tan sort of beige coloured trousers, wide legged, and they were really too long for me. I was like, okay, I'm going to have to keep them because they fit nicely over the tummy and they're okay price and I like them. So glad that they went back, because why should I compromise and keep something that's too long and have to do the work when I can pick up something that is the right length for me? So the blue crop trousers, absolute perfect length on me. I'm sort of barefoot here, and often you say put some shoes on. I can't. We have a strict non-shoe policy in the house, so I can't break my own rules, can I, by putting shoes on. If it's a brand new pair of shoes, of course I can put them on and try them on, but as for my old outside door shoes, no, I will not put them on unless it's a very special video. Anyway, back to the subject, these trousers. This waistband fits so perfectly, snug without being tight or too baggy, just brings in the fabric here, drapes down beautifully over the tummy without being too big on the legs, and of course it is the length that I am ecstatic with. Hopefully they also look quite good over the derriere there. I've just tied this sort of faux tie. It's very long, so you definitely need to tie it up or cut it off. But these just hang so beautifully over. I don't feel so self-conscious having something tucked in. Pair of pockets might have been nice, but invariably when I have some pockets, what do I complain about? They're not meeting here, they're sagging down, they're broadening me out. Maybe I should just come to the conclusion pockets are not a good look on me or anybody with a large expanse over the tummy. These are a fabulous fit, and I am so chuffed because these will be so versatile. A nicer top. I will be honest, I've been quite lazy in what top I just went and grabbed. Most things are in the wash, as invariably are, and this was the first thing I came to, and I'm on a time constraint today. So sorry. The house is empty at the moment. It will not be long before we all get descended upon again. So I have to take my moments when I can. And I'm liking these trousers very, very much. I think they are going to be perfect through the summer evenings, comfortable, lightweight, pull on, easy to wear, and through the winter, big baggy jumper, long line cardigan. I'm set, aren't I? These are a keeper. Thank you so much for watching. It's usually at this point that I go, oh no, what a big failure this video has been. I didn't like any of the items. They were too long. They didn't fit. And yeah, of course, some of the items, not everything's ever going to fit you. But I am very, very impressed with the SHEIN Petite Curve range. You should go and check them out too if that meets your criteria. Remember, just type it into the search bar at the top and then you should be able to filter by different items. And once you get into sort of like the niche and they understand what you're looking for, they just keep serving up more and more for you. Come back, let me know how you get on. Do you order anything, or are you still concerned about those ethical issues? I do appreciate your concerns, but everybody has free will to buy what they want and spend their money how they want. So push that subscribe button if you haven't before. Maybe give me a thumbs up. Put something down in that comments box below. But most important of all is just come back and watch me again. Goodbye for now.